So probably we delay them all together next week. So you can start from this. So makeup class is done, and also we need to have a time for predictive update. So I hope we can make switching. Right, so I will invite Imgyu for this introduction.
Okay, hello guys. My name is Imgyu, and I'm a TA. For today's, I'm a lecturer about the Unity tutorial for your top project of this semester, including development of CAD application using your own smartphone. Okay, let me start tutorial. And there are three big contents of today's tutorials. So first one is introduction of Unity, and second one is Unity basic, the uses of basic fundamental approaches to develop using Unity. And third one is tutorial session. I wish we could today from start to build the one application today. This is my goal. But don't worry, all source code, complete source code, download it, and I provided the website GitHub. Okay. First, okay. This class is a design class, but why on weird guy is say to use Unity? Do you know? Open source. Unity. Why Unity?
Because it's open source.
Open source? Unity is not open source. This is very commercially close. And nowadays some source are open in GitHub, but basically it's closed. I think it's related to CAD recent trend, state of the arts of the graphic industries and CAD industries, and Unity can support wide applications nowadays like this. Unity is itself is a game engine, and even several years ago, Unity only support game industry applications. And nowadays, there are many serious entertainment application and serious application. Unity can support the wide applications nowadays, like advertise and film and machine learning and this kind of CAD design today. Okay. Let me show the examples of Unity with industry CAD system. Automotive CAD. This automotive comes from the CATIA. And these CAD models can make as this virtual Unity system like this. And this is a factory devices. And this movie is very awesome. The automotive brands named Lexus use their advertise using Unity. You can make these kind of applications. So, yes, start. And this second content. Unity is basically very complex engines, but today you just know about this diagram. Very compressed and simplified diagram of Unity engines. There are four kind of important sub-component. Okay. The first one is asset. Asset is a kind of database which Unity can read. Asset. And scene. Scene is a single unit of visualization. And a single scene can contain multiple game objects. A single game object is a unit of executions in Unity. This is a unit execution unit. And single game object can contain multiple components. A component is a development unit, and you can make the component using a C# or JavaScript. Okay, this is a development unit. And as I know, all you guys install this Unity, and you can see Unity editor divided as window divided. Windows are divided. Game, scene, inspector window, but this contains a very several kind of components. And this game object. That's it. Firstly, asset is a data which can read in Unity. Unity can read very variety kind of data format. But yes, this kind of data can read in Unity. Okay, this is the scene. For Unity, if don't have a scene, there is no visualization. Just a calculation in your CPU and RAMs. To visualize something, you can add a scene. things are if a things are is empty, there is no visualize and visualize something. A single scene can contain many number of game objects. Everything inside the scene is a game object, camera, lights, or empty game object. All contains in scene. Okay, and game object is a unit of behavior in Unity. Game object also start out empty and do nothing. This is game object, but do nothing. And how to make this kind of by add the components to game objects, they can become anything and do everything. Each component adds a piece of functionality to the game object. The empty game object are become a part, and with a component named as 3D mesh and the render components like this. The combinations of all kinds of components define what the game object is. The representative kind of component like that, transform, rendering, physics, collider, etc. And transform is a very fundamental component. It can define game object positions and rotations and scale. And this is a script component. It's very important. It's a user customizable component in Unity. You can make your own functionality if you can make your own write down own code. Okay, this is code. This can translate it to Unity like this. This is color green. This is green, not yellow. Okay. And Unity can support 3 kinds of programming language: JavaScript, C#, and Vue. Do you know Vue? So, today in tutorials, I strongly recommend using the C#. And there are many kinds of other components. Okay, light, camera, and text mesh, something like that. The camera is essential components in Unity to visualize something. And this is advanced content, but you should remember 2 kinds of method. Unity have very many kinds of internal method, named the intrinsic method. Like starts, updates, and on GUI like that. But today, you remember just 2 kinds of internal method. Number 1 is start. Number 2 is update. The start method is called once at the first time when you start the game. And update method is called every single frame. This can call about the 60 times per second. In case of my desktop, it can higher than 100. And when you end of development, you can build to these kind of platform simultaneously. Today we gonna build to target OS is Android. Okay. Yes. Tutorial session. I'm gonna show you about today's application. Completed application like this. You guys. There are two models, and this is parametrically defined, and you can adjust. Sorry, this touch is very powerful. Okay. Like if this is scale change, and okay,
버그 있어. 버그 있어.
네. Okay. This result is our first tutorial, and this is a second tutorial. This is same as the same, exactly same. But my cell phone does not work with touch sensor, but it can work like this. This can define web as the design feature extrude, extrude, and this is radius control, and this is the segment control. When I minimize this component like this, okay, then segment is higher. It looks like more cylindrical. Okay, and this is a single unit mesh. It's just a parameter. I just defined one parameter size, okay, like this. And this is very roughly developed, and after this tutorial, you can change and develop all kinds of tools, and I expect you are better than me. Okay. Start tutorial session. Yeah. This is today's goal, and this is your ultimate goal. How about this? Okay. This is your ultimate goal, remember? Okay. And as I previously circulated some materials, there are some prerequisites today. Laptop, and Windows 7 or higher, Unity 2018, and latest version of Visual Studio in basic level of experience of C#. And for Android build, two kinds of Okay, some software is needed. Okay, you guys are done the pre-kids, except this. Okay, good. And this is today tutorial step. Okay. Yes, just go. Okay, today we're gonna make some primitives. Two kind of primitives. First primitives is comes from Unity built-in primitive cube, sphere, capsule, cylinder, and plane. But this is very simply defined. But when we start to adjust internal parameter, something like extrude or cut in mechanical CAD. Okay. Using this kind of primitive, the expandable is so big. Expansibility is big, and but using the customizable primitives, you can adjust all kind of geometry of the primitives. Okay. Today's first tutorial, second tutorial, or welcome after this tutorial. Okay. First tutorial can visualize these results, and second is this and this. Okay. And in advance I define the parametric variable, but you can define your own parametric variable. Okay, this is my variable. Okay. This is, and connect with control panel. This is a slide, and you can add the function of the gesture or multiple touch functions using the smartphone. And how can adjust the parametric control, and that is your kind of goal. Okay, and I can help you with Android build. I can time today. So from now, start to implement. And please remember the GitHub repository. So, you guys, are you ready? Please open the Unity.
I think we need license to open account. Or
Personal is okay. Anyone anyone struggling something trouble, please let me know. And make the empty game object.
Wait, some students have in the survey when it started like Unity.
Or you guys made the empty game object like this? I used the okay. His name is create primitive. Okay, and there are one component name is transform, right? Transform is define their own positions and rotations and scale, right? But there is no kind of visualize something, okay? And we can add. We should define their functionality something. Create name create primitives, right? Add component. Click the add component and do script. This is a script component named same as the function game object. And click. So the Visual Studios are appear. Okay. And we can write down our own program, our own source code. Okay, you guys can. Okay. This is game object class, and this is member method, and this is enumerator. When I add this one line script, and this button is the very same as with the compiler. Okay, just run, and you can check the plain compare. Okay. and you can check just the scene window like this. And we'd like to adjust parametrically, right? This is very important thing. In object. No. Play. Transform. Position. Do vector. This thing is a three-dimensional, so we define the position as a vector 3 type. Okay, blah like this. Okay. Position and scale. And also can adjust parametrically. And position is 0 and scale is 0. What happened to plane?
Disappear.
Yes, game object is exists, but no visualize, no render things. Okay, and from now I can make the interface with the user interactive variables. Okay, not zero. This is some variable, something x, y. Okay. That is public block x and public block y. Okay. When we declare a variable as public, Unity can make the interface like this. Sorry. Here. Okay. There's no plane, but I can adjust like this. Oh, sorry. As I previously said that the start method is called once, right? Called once is the start. When I click this button, the start method these are called once. So I did the adjust this variable. There's no change. Okay, and let me like this. Plane is infinitely okay. Sorry. There's no plane, but I software. to understand what I'm did. Okay. And as the same manner, you can make the several kind of unity built-in primitive. Plane, plane. There are 6 kind of primitive. First one is capsule, cube, cylinder, plane, and quad. Quad is a single mesh, right? And sphere. Okay. You can try create all kind of these like this. This is and previously in advance I implemented. As you can see, like this result, the first tutorial is successful. Okay. Any kind of question? Okay. Next tutorial is more difficult than this. Okay. And same manner, just same manner. We're gonna make the 2 game object. Same manner is empty game object. Okay. Empty game object, same name as cylinder. Okay. And empty game object name as quad. Okay. We're gonna make the primitive from the mesh level to geometric level. And add a component, mesh filter, and mesh renderer. And so I add the mesh filter and mesh renderer, but there's no heaven, right? There's no heaven. I should add the information of meshes using the script components.
How more minutes do you use? How more minutes you are using? 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Because we have another one.
Okay. Okay. I make a mesh quad. Like this. Okay. I refer this kind of this
there are many kind of variables, and one kind of method. Just one method is for UI, just the connection with the slide bar. Okay. Slide bar. Mesh building method is important. It's essential. There are 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 means the first one is vertices, second one is UV, and third one is normals, and last one is the assembly of the topology of the vertices. This can make meshes. In case of this, the order is very important. 1, 2, 0, 2, 3, 0 is what accounts for. Okay, please refer this picture. Okay, always every single mesh can okay clockwise order vertices on the assembly. Okay, and this is the vertex locations 1, 2, 3, 4. This called 1, 2, 3, 4, and UV is the parametrical, the idealized dimensions of the geometry, and normals is a normal. Surface is normal. Okay, it can make to tell the Unity engines to what can renders or should not be rendered. Okay, and this is assembly, and this mesh variable comes from the mesh filter, like this. I make a new instance of mesh, and mesh vertices. I add this vertex information, add this, and UV information add this, and normal information, and triangle information add this new instance of mesh, and return mesh is can make Unity to visualize. Okay. Like this, the code is appearing, right? And same manner is tutorial number 1. The size can adjustment in inspector window. Okay, like this. Do you understand? And the slide bar is after class you can implement, and cylinder model is also the same principle. Okay? Just one method is can make the geometry. Okay. Also have vertices, normals, and UVs, triangles. Okay. And one complicated things is the cap. Okay. The side surface of cylinder can contain the quad meshes, but the cap is so complicated to make the quad mesh. So I make the cap using the triangle meshes. Let me check like this. This is quad mesh, but the cap side is triangle mesh. Okay. You can check the after this tutorial, and I expect you can implement rather than beam. Any questions?
So we need to, in the update, we need to add for each one object.
One object, yes. Because of the one game object can contain one mesh renderer and mesh filter. But in case of the first tutorial, the one game object can make these all kinds of primitives. Because it does not use the mesh filter in case of that. Okay. 지금 끝났습니다.
Alright, thank you very much. Any more questions? Can you send your material also to Kim Youngki?
Sure. I
He's
already
preparing another one.
Yes.
Right?
Hi everyone. So, what is an open source CAD software, and why we use the open source CAD system? So, open source is a pre-public code, so you can easily access to the core in the target software, so you can easily download and modify. And open source is a good start point because, as you know, the CAD system is very complex and the largest system. So when you develop the start, when choose the geometry modeling corner and visualization tool and develop some algorithm, that is too hard. So when you use the open source CAD software, so they provide a lot of things for CAD system, so you can easily start to develop the software. And the same reason, easily add features to statistic software instead of developing new things. And the large open source CAD software has their own community, so you can easily ask to the community people and get some answers. And when you use or develop your own software for open source, you should choose the license for open source. So most use of open source license is GNU GPL and GNU LGPL and MIT license. And the other license, as you can see, a lot of license. But liability is the
kind of duty.
And so GPL and HPL is very similar, but different thing is the disclosed source. When you choose the GPL or when you use some open source, that software use GPL, then you must choose GPL. That is the condition. But the LGPL is more soft. So when you use some software that open source use LGPL, then you can use commercial and distribution, modification, and patent, private use, all of you can. But the GPL is must disclose, and LGPL is some special, in case of special case, disclosure source. And MIT license is very soft. So you can use you just add license and cut write notice. That's all. And so I start FreeCAD. FreeCAD is the I think it is best of open source CAD system. And this is a parametric 3D model. So the FreeCAD use an open cascade. It is the geometric modeling kernel, and it also open source. So you can go to the Open Cascade website. You can download Open Cascade, and you just use that software, but you should have experience of some language. And the FreeCAD focus on the engineering side. So they have a lot of workbench like CATIA. So FEM, logo, shape, sketch, part design, part architecture, like that. So you can choose the workbench. And available format is their own format, native format, and STAT, IDS, Mesh, for Mesh, OBJ, SCL, and WRF, and FEM. The IMP is for Abacus, and VK is, as you know, some other software. So the FreeCAD, like this. So you can choose the workbenches in this menu. So a sketch. You can make select explain. Like this, and go to art design. It's good like this. You can make the 3D CAD parenting model. And next one is Blender. Actually, I did not use the Blender. I just searched for on the web. So the Blender focus on the artistic aspect. So this program can easily control the polygonal model, the mesh model. So you can, the different thing is, the FreeCAD is some mechanical things, the rectangular and cylindrical and square, like that. But as you can see, like this, you can make this model using the Blender. And the Blender support the Python for to interface with you. And OpenSCAD it is also focused on some mechanical side. And the different thing is this software did not provide the GUI. You just type the script on this panel, so you can, for example, make rectangle, make cube, some point and dimension. Then in this, the right side panels show the model and make cone, make sphere, make cylinder, like that. And this software made of the C++ language. The Open Cascade technology. The Open Cascade is the geometry modeling kernel, and their group or their company provide some CAD system, that Open Cascade technology. So it is also focused on the 3 CAD model. So they deal with 3 for CAD, CAM, CAE, and main language is C++. And TransCAD. This software is developed by our lab. So this software focuses on the translation between the other CAD software. So when you, I just showed an example. So I have the CATIA file, CATIA modeling file, like this. But I want to exchange this file to NX. But as you know, we only, the way is the export to step or IGS, then we can open the model. Import to step, and NX open this file. But problem is you can just see you did not modify this step file. Just shape. But when you use the CAD, this is CAD case. So I import the CATIA original file like this. So translate the CATIA path file into the TransCAD neutral command, and you just export to NX.
Can we modify the TransCAD GUI interface?
Yeah, you can use the script interface or you paste, right? Command like this, and also the other way. So you can change the parameters, and you just export to NX. And I open this model. So as you can see, the modeling history is alive. So you can change this model. And Win 3D, I see the first. So this similar to Blender. It also focus on the polygonal model. So you can change, modify some polygonal mesh, but the language is Erlang. I first see this language. So many of open source software developed by C++, Python, and C, C like that. But this is Iran. I don't know this language. But yes, the license is similar to MIT. And the other on open source CAD software is a lot of things. So you can choose among these for your term project. So I thought about the term project. So today you run the Unity, and you should build the Android app. So that is this process. And when you develop some application for CAD software, so the best thing is you develop your own code in Unity using C#, but that is too hard and difficult and take a long time. So recommend using open source CAD software. So they provide some DLLs. So you just use the DLL in C#, but problem is, as you can see, many of open source CAD software use the C++, but Unity is C#. So you should link between them. So the example is the C++ CLI. That is the focus. That purpose is C++ DLL. C# can use the C++ DLLs. Like that.
Unity does not support CLI.
Really?
So just to make a DLL and just code, you can okay. Just does not support the CLI.
That's how about that? The other I make the other project for CLI and made by C#, and that project export DLL made of. I think we talk about that. We support some way to students. Okay. That's all. Thank you.
Well, just in time. Teamwork?
팀업이요?
You can do it.
팀 몇 개 만드실?
3?
So there are 3 teams. We should make 3 teams. So
Because there are 3 members from our laboratory. Separate out?
then Mutar and Kyle and having divide and 어떻게 할까요?
Heterogeneity is the only requirement.
So 1 team is 3 people and 2 teams just 2 people. So how about having
Letter game.
that okay?
Letter game.
So do you have any idea to make team up? 가위바위보? 아, 뽑아가는 거?
그냥 이렇게 넣는 거야.
How about this? You, or I choose the randomly you guys our members. I just run some random programs. How about that? Or you can choose the I want he, I want him, I want her. You can. And random? Okay. So I noticed by next week. By this week, I noticed you. Okay. Thank you. Any question?
What was the goal of the term project, and when will it be decided?
Start?
The goal.
Final
Objective.
Because we cannot make that.
At least, like, when will it be decided?
Oh. We will soon have the first term project, the presentation at that time. By I think professor did not update this, so maybe two or 3 weeks will remain. 2 or 3 weeks to decide your subject and topic.
My question is about the open source CAD system like Blender and Wing 3D. What for their modeling kernels?
Oh, I don't know. I also searched about the modeling kernel. I also wonder to know the modeling kernel, but any information. Thank you.
말을 못해서